I'm Monica Jolie, and I'm here at Foonzo in downtown Montreal with the GamerNerdz for the 2012 Game of the Year Awards. So let's get started. So guys, what is your favorite action-adventure game of 2012?
Mine would have to be, I'd say, a game that came out earlier this year as a download. It would be I Am Alive. Not much people know about it, but it's a action-adventure. It kind of resembles Prince of Persia meets, I'd say, Silent Hill. It's a survival action-adventure.
There's been a lot of action-adventure games that came out in 2012. I'm pretty sure you're going to say Assassin's Creed 3 because you didn't play anything else. I'm going to have to give it to Sleeping Dogs by Square Enix. I love sandbox games, and even though Square Enix has lost its way with RPGs and it's going into mobile games, they did a really good job with Sleeping Dogs, so that's my favorite action-adventure game of this year.
Yes, I will give it to Assassin's Creed 3. Actually, I was torn between Assassin's Creed 3 and Dishonored. I just found that Ubisoft really just changed up the gameplay. It has a lot of things that are reminiscent of past games, but at the same time, it does feel fresh and brand new. So I'm going to give it to Assassin's Creed 3.
I'm actually going to agree with you on that. Assassin's Creed 3 was mine for this year as well. The combat was really smooth. I agree.
All right, now for the next category. What is your favorite shooter game of 2012?
This one was actually a tough one for me. It was between Far Cry 3, Borderlands 2, and Halo 4. So my choice was Halo 4, actually. I love the game. I love everything about the game. It's beautifully designed. The enemies are a little bit set in their ways, but they're a little bit unpredictable at times, so it's really good combat.
Hands down, it's simple for moi. Give it to Halo 4. I'm a Halo buff. I love Halo. I was actually afraid, because 343 was taken on from Bungie, and I thought they wouldn't do a good job, and they did a fantastic job, even better than the previous Halo games. But my contender to that would have been Far Cry 3.
So no surprise, very typical answer from Voyce. I didn't play that many shooter games in 2012. It's not my favorite category, but my favorite one out of all the games I played this year was actually Max Payne 3. Really good story, fantastic score, fantastic gameplay. It's a bit long and things kind of get muddled in the middle, but Rockstar did a really good job and I enjoyed Max Payne thoroughly.
I'm going to have to go with a game that was overlooked by a lot of critics. It would be Medal of Honor Warfighter. I like my shooters down to earth. Compared to Halo 4, which to me has been the same thing for over the past 10 years. It didn't really change. I'm not dissing what you guys think, but I like my shooters down to earth, and that brought a Call of Duty and a Battlefield aspect, which I like, and they push a lot of promo for this game, and I find it was still overlooked as a great shooter.
Also mentioned in the same voice of Call of Duty and Battlefield because they're all the same damn game. And it was a horrible game. I'm disappointed you chose that, but that's Manny's decision.
So what is your favorite RPG of 2012?
Really simple. I actually forgot it came out this year because it came out so early. Mass Effect 3, hands down. Combined everything I love about RPGs and combined other genres. It was also part shooter, told a great story. Now the ending was but still, I'm gonna give it to BioWare for creating such an amazing experience.
I would want to say Mass Effect 3, but it was a total debacle from the ending. The DLC was fantastic, but I'm actually gonna give it to Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. Now, in my review, I didn't really like it that much, but it is an actual RPG. Mass Effect has turned into a shooter, to be honest. The DLC saved the game, but in pure RPG sense, Kingdom Hearts 3DD for the 3DS was my RPG of 2012.
My pick, I know I have funny picks. You guys might not agree with me on this one.
Definitely.
But this is a game that came out last year, but they redid it once again. They came out with a new edition this year with extra downloadable content, was Dark Souls Prepare to Die edition for PC. I like that game a lot. I put many hours into it. It's probably one of the only RPGs I'll really play.
I didn't really play many RPGs this year. Well, any whatsoever. So I don't have an opinion in this one. I'm trying to have a life.
So we're going to just say that she chose Mass Effect 3. Yeah. Mass Effect 3 is the winner. Bam.
So what's your favorite platformer game of 2012?
It's one of the most traditional genres out there. We've been playing platformers since we started playing video games. I think the default answer will have to be New Super Mario Bros. Wii U, even though it's not that great of a game. It's just not something I enjoy too much anymore, to be honest.
Actually, I'm going to give it to Little Big Planet for the PS Vita because I love Little Big Planet 2 on the PS3 and I love being able to carry it around, so that gets my VIN.
All right, guys, so what's your favorite driving game of 2012?
I would have to go hands down with Need for Speed Most Wanted, the 2012 edition. I'm glad that Criterion worked on this one. They came out with a great game.
I will also have to agree for once with Manny on this. It's kind of sad to say that we had to say Need for Speed Most Wanted 2012 edition because the same game came out a few years ago with the same name albeit completely new. Criterion, EA did a really good job. I'm glad that they gave it to the Burnout guys because it's open world, it's fun, it's enjoyable, but you know, Need for Speed, come up with something new.
I'm gonna give it Need for Speed Most Wanted. We both played it, and actually it was just a blast. It's pure chaos. It feels like Burnout Paradise.
So for me, it was a little bit different as Forza Horizon. It's not exactly what we're used to, but it was still built on what everybody loves from the series. The controls were superior handling on the cars. The detail to the cars was amazing as well. It's a great mix between arcade and simulation racing.
So guys, what's your favorite fighting game of 2012?
So I think it's kind of fitting we're doing the fighting game genre category here at Foonzo, Montreal. Shout out to MTLSF. Now, I am a fighting game fan. I didn't really like any of the fighters that came out this year, unfortunately. I'm still playing Ultimate Marvel. I did dabble a bit in Street Fighter Cross Tekken, and that was a mess. I think DOA 5, because just from a visual aspect, Team Ninja did a really good job without Itagaki at the helm, so I'll give it to Dead or Alive 5. He's definitely going to go for DOA 5 because of virtual boobies and stuff. He loves watching them jiggle.
I'm going to give it to Tekken Tag Tournament 2. DOA 5 came a close second, and yes, it's because of the boobies. Just the fighting that I love from the Tekken series is just dead on. You have to put in the time to, you know, to become great at this particular title. I really loved it.
I agree with Tekken Tag Tournament 2. It was a difficult game. You really had to put in the hours. It stick to the series, and that's what I loved about it.
I'm gonna go with
Medal of Honor Warfighter.
PlayStation All-Star Battle Royale. And if you guys want to know, go check out our downtime. I beat these two guys. Now, I never played that game. I never played Smash before. So I'm going to go with that game because I do not play Street Fighter. I do not play DOA nor Tekken. I am a Mortal Kombat player, but this year was PlayStation All-Star Battle Royale.
So what is your favorite survival horror game of 2012?
Very simple. Anyone who has a Wii U knows that it's Zombie U. If you don't have Zombie U, go freaking get it. It's a new experience, the way you have to transition between the game, using the gamepad. It's actually scary. You feel terrified. It's permadeath. I played for the first time with Dinx, and he witnessed me screaming like a little no, I'm giving to Zombie U. It's just a unique experience. Good job, Ubisoft.
This is a topic that we discussed thoroughly throughout our sudden death episode. Survival horror was dead until Zombie U came out. Zombie U does bring something new to the table. It uses technology really well brought with the Wii U, and it is actually scary. It's hilarious to see people like him scream like a little girl. It was a fantastic experience, and I'm definitely looking forward to a sequel.
I could agree with you guys on that one, besides the fact that when I played that game, I got sick of looking up and down, lifting up your controller and everything. That game gave me vertigo, to be honest with you. So I would have to go with RE6, but Leon's campaign. I'm choosing Leon's campaign. RE6, but Leon's campaign. That's it.
This year I didn't play too many survival horror because I only played Zombie U for like 2 minutes and died 3 times. I didn't like the Wii pad either. For me, it was The Walking Dead. It was more on the story than the gameplay on this one. The characters were really intriguing, but I'm waiting for next year when they redo it and it becomes a first-person shooter.
What is your biggest letdown of 2012?
So biggest letdowns, we let Manny into GamerNerdz. No, I'm kidding. I love Manny. I'm most disappointed in how Sony has treated the PS Vita. It's a fantastic system. It's a really great handheld, really great technology, but my God, there's no games. It's dying. It's too expensive. I play my 3DS at least 10 times as much because the games are there. Vita's a fantastic technical device, but if there's nothing to play on it, then, you know, why did we buy it?
My biggest letdown of 2012 was hard for me to choose. There was RE6, but then I thought about it. Ninja Gaiden 3. I was looking forward to some blood bashing, murderous sword murder, and what I ended up getting was some, I don't know, soft-core version of the game. It wasn't good, and then they re-released it for the Wii U, Razor's Edge, and it still didn't do much to reinvigorate it. So biggest letdown, unfortunately, Ninja Gaiden 3.
My biggest letdown was Game of Thrones. Yeah, I actually played it. It's garbage. The only thing compelling about it was the characters, and that's it. So read the books, don't buy the game.
My biggest letdown would probably be not the game itself, but the fact that the game was so short was Diablo 3. Coming from a long time in development, I was expecting a whole bunch more. The campaign's really not long, and that's what kind of let me down about it.
Now the category we've all been waiting for. What is your game of the year?
It would have to be, of course, Far Cry 3. It is the last big banger that came out this year, and Ubisoft outdone themselves on that one. Hats off to them, actually. Overall, it's a great shooter, great RPG, has everything to it. I did not mention it in the category of my shooter game of the year because I wanted this to be the game of the year for everything in general. So kudos to Ubisoft.
The one that I enjoyed the most is probably not being what you guys chose. I actually really enjoyed Resident Evil Revelations for the 3DS. In fact, the 3DS is my favorite console for this year just because they're games, they're fun games, it's enjoyable. I sat down and played through Resident Evil Revelations in one sitting almost. At the time, RE was a dead series. Resident Evil Operation Raccoon City had just come out, and we were just disappointed beyond belief. Revelations was an actual Resident Evil game in the truest sense. On a little console, it looks beautiful. The 3D effects are fantastic. There are probably better games out there, but for me personally, Revelations did it, and it was Revelation.
You guys are both funny. You guys are both choosing games that didn't win in their own categories. How does Revelations not win as your favorite survival horror? Makes no sense. I'm gonna take the smart route and choose Halo 4.
Oh my god, surprise!
Which won my best shooter, so I'm consistent. Halo 4, fantastic game overall. 343 delivered a great experience. The multiplayer is engaging, keeps you going forever. I mean, there's just so much content in Halo 4. So for me, Halo 4.
Yes, it was my best shooter as well. The reason why is because after I finish another game, I always go back to Halo 4. Intensity, the combat's all beautifully done, and the relationship between Cortana and Master Chief, it was really, really well done. 343 did it, and they took over from Bungie.
This means if we both choose Halo 4, that Halo 4 is the best game.
Wait. You guys are gonna have to comment and tell us, to be honest with you, what's the game of the year.
Let us know what you think. The Gamer Nerds are clearly indecisive on this topic. No one can choose anything. He chose the game he's been playing since 2001 because it hasn't changed at all. I don't know. You chose a game that wasn't a favorite in your category. Neither did I. We know what we're doing. Sorry.
I just want to thank all of our supporters, I guess the followers, everyone who's been watching us. I also want to thank Foonzo for letting us actually film this here this year. I want to thank Machinima for taking us on. That was a huge surprise this year. It came out of the left field and kind of propelled us. I want to thank GameBuzz. I want to thank Play and Trade. I want to thank you guys for all the fantastic work this year. We'll see you next time on The Gamer Nerds. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe. Go to our channel.
Yeah, totally check out our channel.
I think they should subscribe also.
Oh my god, subscribe right away. What are you waiting for?
Probably a good idea, subscribe.
Subscribe ASAP. You're gonna miss out if you don't.
I just subscribed.
Oh my god, congratulations, you just subscribed.
I'm cool.